Hello again, it's Joey John Maguire, back in form after 2 days in bed with what I think is gout again. So having a bit of a tough time. Never mind, I'm back on my feet, still in pain, but we're here and we're in the Courtfield, which is a lovely pub just across the road to the right from Earls Court Underground Station. That's London, Earls Court, London. Recommend this pub. Really friendly management and staff in here, well kept. Small pub, but I'm sure anyone who wants to visit, they'll enjoy this pub. I'm about to recite my latest poem, done in the early hours of this morning, and unfortunately I didn't have time this morning, limping about, to print it off, so I'm gonna have to read from the screen, which I find a lot more difficult, but here we go. We'll try, eh? It's called Seeing Blind. Could it be anything else but arrogance that makes people blind? Well, not totally void of sight, more selective in their seeing only what they want, and in the way they wish to perceive things. Selective seeing, as in seeing blind. The daily drudgery poverty brings, a constant battle to survive, to stay one step from the gutter. Once the workhouse was a safety net. And how can you be poor with all the modern gadgetry that surrounds, to afford the cans of ale, not to mention your nicotine-stained breath? What right to such luxuries when they have not been earned? Heard it all before. High morals coming easily when born into the right postcode. High morals indeed from those who have never wanted, never gone a day without, never been cold nor hungry. High morals from those who have been loved and nurtured, kept from harm's way, yet never taught common decency, nor the way to treat their fellow man. Those lucky enough never to have felt the impact of a broken home don't know the meaning of the word dysfunctional. And how in their smugness they would have you work for your pittance, humble and shame you for all your failings, and how they lead by fine example, not realizing that privilege allows them to blatantly lie and get away with it. How you hate their arrogance, but how you must hide that hate in order to feed hungry mouths, and how you hate the arrogance too, when they claim as theirs by right everything, and how shameless they are, but you know in your heart you can never win the fight, and how it hurts to be humbled by the ignorance of a toff who has no shame. Year by year, it's the same old waffle, given religiously to every child of a new generation, that better times are to come, providing their work is done, only if they do exactly what they are told. How they ride their backs until they're lame, for they care only for themselves. They are rich and shameless, and they are seeing blind. On the hill they languish behind their securely walled mansions, judging and handing out their lectures on how things ought to be. And as they look upon the squalor, they feel nothing for the pain of unfortunate suffering, and they revel in telling them, the lazy peasants, it's no one's fault but their own, never realizing it was they who planted the barren seed. Those highfalutin people, full of their own importance, who each day take joy in presiding over the meek, and who will they shame next? And who is it that they will expect to come to the rescue when commanded, in times of war and civil unrest? and those nationalistic promises that the future will see change, that our sacrifices will make a fairer world for the children that we love, but sadly, experience tells us all, it never does. A little bit noisy there, I might try that one again. If not, we'll have it as it is, because I like it raw, but it just got a little bit noisy. I lost the end of that. We will see how that goes. Joey Joe McGuire.